Chico Creates podcast, where we interview local artists, musicians, and makers here in Chico, California. I am your host, Kira Barsodi, and with me are Zach and Jules of Blü Egyptian. Blü Egyptian are an electrifying quartet based in Chico, California, who have single-handedly pioneered the genre Prog-Jam. This catchy breed of funk, Latin, reggae, bluegrass, and rock and roll has swept up the West Coast in a dancing frenzy. Since their formation in 2020, Blü Egyptian has played over 400 headlining shows, opened for major touring acts, and has made a splash at countless festivals. In just 4 years, Blü Egyptian has been recognized by JamBase as the number 4 top touring artist in the country for 2024. With the release of their third studio album, Chantress of Amun, they have been reaching audiences far and wide, creating a demand for this unique, original music that carries the spirit of so many legends while redefining them all at once. And I really feel like that entire bio had to be read. You guys have done a lot in a little amount of time.
It's been reviewed by many people when I was working on that.
Nice.
Reviews. Yeah. That was cool. You got the Amun right, though. I've never heard anyone say that right. It was
hey.
Amun or something.
That's been, yeah.
Good instinct on my part, because I realized, I did not check on pronounce this. Let's go for it.
No, you nailed it.
Awesome.
What's up? That was the first.
Sweet. So tell us a little bit about yourselves beyond the bio.
Well, we're 4 dudes normally. Right now we're 2 dudes. But we like to jam and mostly have a good time, and those 2 things have a strong correlation. So we just travel around farther and farther over time. And it's kind of been gaining some traction, been meeting people. We have fans that we don't know.
That's
That's kind of cool
it's a
to
good feeling. Yeah.
beyond a friend group kind of now.
Yeah.
And one thing that's kind of unique about Blü Egyptian, I would say, is we're very tight knit. It's us 4 and our manager that
Mm-hmm.
drives us around and supervises and stuff that, takes photos and merch and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not the Grateful Dead or some other bands that have 30 all their friends operating.
Yes.
So we kind of keep that
All
true
the
to our
roadies.
values. It's a tight knit crew, and it goes with the music as well.
Nice.
And I would say that's the personality wise.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
100%.
And yeah, we're Chico locals too.
Love it.
Yeah.
Just hang out, work and have fun,
Yep.
Just enjoy it while we're young, There's no time but now, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and you guys have done a couple of tours, outside of the area, right?
Yeah. We've
Yeah.
been touring since 22 now.
Okay.
We've been pretty much go to Seattle and LA,
Uh-huh.
Arizona, Montana, Denver. Pretty much this half of the country
Yes.
so far.
Yeah. Awesome.
And we're trying to build upon that, and it's hard to in LA and Seattle, tribute places like that. We're trying to get some traction in Eugene, Portland.
Yeah.
Cool little place, Costa Mesa, kind of.
Yeah,
San
yeah,
Diego.
yeah.
So it's you kind of travel around and look for what places are a fan of you, and then some
What's in the
places
vibe,
San Jose and stuff are all right, we don't need to go play San Jose anymore.
yeah.
So
Been there, done
Shout out San Jose.
yeah, we're kind of rocket scientists. We're trying to figure out what's the right way to get to the moon.
Yes.
Way.
Yeah.
What works, what doesn't,
Yeah, for sure. Always an experiment. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's always so many variables you have to take into account for everything, public events when you're in town.
Yeah.
And so we're super beyond the locally, honestly locally we don't even care anymore. We're just all right, we're just gonna people ask us to play a show, we play.
Yeah.
But it's stress, the main stress is on Denver and stuff like that. We're okay, the biggest jam band in the country is playing the same night. All right, so how are we gonna draw people now? Let's act like an indie band and stuff like that.
Right.
Strategizing constantly.
Yeah.
That's our middle name. We're Blü Strategizing Egyptian, honestly. I feel that's what all of our time is spent doing. Just
Yeah.
re-strategizing, finding new ways to and proving ourselves wrong constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a cool process, and sometimes we find little right things to do, and we just repeat that year by year. Next weekend we're going to Oregon. And this is our 4th year in a row doing that weekend, a 420 weekend. So it's kind of
nice,
a cool
yeah.
little tradition we've been trying to build up.
Yeah, that's cool.
So just stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. How long have you guys all lived in Chico?
I'm
you
born
two
and
can
raised.
speak for yourselves.
Yeah.
yeah. Born and raised.
I lived in the Bay till like my senior year of high school, and then I moved here my senior year of high school. Met these guys at Inspire.
Okay, yeah.
And then once COVID hit, we just kind of started playing music. So
sweet. Yeah. So like during COVID. Yeah. That would make sense.
COVID, baby.
Yeah.
For real.
How did that start then? While you guys were in lockdown, did you guys just make a bubble and play?
We all went to Inspire.
Okay.
So we were already like playing together.
Yeah.
I had like a jam space, so I started calling people up to come hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started collaborating with people, seeing what instruments stuck and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The band kind of just like changed over time to like it's got like a solid format too.
Right. Yeah.
Like when Neo first joined, the violin dude, he was like the sound guy and would play like a song or two. And then we just started incorporating him more and more. And then he brought in his like electric instrument piano stick.
Yeah.
And now
we call
he's
it
like
the lasagna.
The lasagna.
Now I learned keyboard and plays piano.
Cool.
But yeah, so he's like a multi-instrumentalist now, full time.
Yeah, nice. So what role do you each play in the band?
Well, I'm the guitar player and singer.
Okay.
Or one of the singers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And drummer, and then like mostly background vocals. And,
nice.
singing.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and then bass player who does not sing, he just holds it down. And then Neo, like I said before, plays the four things.
Yes.
And also sings, and we all like write and collaborate.
Oh, cool.
And I would say it's mostly like an individual writing process, and then we bring it to the band, and we all kind of like learn the song in a way. And we've been doing more of that lately, which has been a lot of fun, just collaborating and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Zach sang his first song.
Yeah.
Lead on the first song. So honestly, the roles kind of change in a way, but honestly, like my main role that I take into account off the stage is like I'm like constantly emailing places and like talking with other bands and networking like 24/7. Like I wake up at like 5 a.m. randomly or something, and it's like 3 emails. I'm like answer it, go back to bed, kind of stuff. And it's like constantly like we get asked to play a show in Oregon, and then I'm like, okay. Now we need to book like 3 shows to make that worth going up there or something like that.
Right.
So I'm constantly like scrambling
to
find stuff to do, but it kind of like, it comes, which is nice.
Yeah.
So in a way, my job's like fill the gaps.
Right.
Because
make the connections.
Yeah. We're at a point where like we've been starting to get asked for events and festivals, which is nice after touring for a couple of years.
Yeah. No, I've been trying to book you guys for a little bit, and you're always doing something. So
it's good to stay busy. You know?
Yeah.
That's rare we have a Saturday off, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
Friday and Saturday in the music business is like the only days people go to see music now.
Yeah.
Unless you're like established, then you can play
I was going to say, I'm going to go see Nick Cave on a Wednesday, but that's Nick Cave.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know who that is.
It just takes it just takes time, to build that fan base and hopefully get a bit of luck as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, and it's just, you just got to keep showing up, and then eventually that consistency is gonna pay off.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you got to be there for the lightning to strike.
Yeah, you get better odds, and you just keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite local spots to hang out here in Chico?
We were saying the Bear.
That's a good spot.
I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on the Bear now. Lost on Main is like the hang.
Yeah, shout out Lost on Main.
Yeah, that's like where we play, and like the only bar that has like bands really that we like.
I feel like going out, we just want to see live music a lot of the time.
Yeah,
because it's inspiring to see other people work and
and
Lost on Main is probably like the main one for that. So. Yeah, the Bear's cool too.
Just kind of that strip right there too.
Yeah,
we're like so new to College Town. Like we just went to Riley's for the first time. We saw like Chavez with our own eyes.
Yeah, it was wild.
It's like the new Pioneer Day, as they say.
Some are saying,
because like all the old heads are always like Pioneer Day is like what made Chico, and they ended that, and now that's kind of like what Chavez is now.
Yeah,
you wake up at like 6 a.m. on like a Sunday.
Yeah,
make bad choices.
People are different.
But honestly, I'd say we're trying to find like new hangs right now. So hit us up, people. Let's hang out. Bear Hole's cool though.
Oh yeah.
When it's summertime, a lot of the swim spots. And
Melody
Records is pretty cool.
Yes.
They sell our album there too.
Oh, awesome! Nice. And are they still up in Scobel? Or no, Melody Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like 30 years
they've been
now.
there forever. They
Next
sell your
Duffy's,
records. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's kind of funny because it's like all like it's in the B category, like BU or BA to BL or whatever. Yeah. And then it's like all like $5 records, and ours just like $30.
Yes.
Last time I was in there, I was like, kind of look like, I don't know. That's a tough sell.
I mean, it's hard. It's a brand new record versus used, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it looks old now though. It's been in there for so long. It's hella funny actually. It looks like it's from the 70s or something.
That's awesome though.
It's like my dad's band was Blü Egyptian. What other local spots?
Yeah, how
I
did
got pass it off.
Yeah, totally. How did you each get started making music?
I was like raised into it.
Okay.
I was gonna say the same pretty much.
Yeah. Born and bred.
My dad put a drum set in front of me and was like, "You're gonna do this."
Was he a drummer too?
Yeah, he was like in a church band.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of grew up with it, but not like I was like around it. But then his whole life he was doing his own thing.
Knowing his dad, that's funny. Dude.
It is. It's actually so hilarious knowing him too. No, that's why I said kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. After that, I kind of.
know he went to church.
Yeah, I didn't either.
We have to get biblical next time we hang out.
Oh no, trust me, that was long gone. But no, I think after I just being influenced into it, and like I got an electric drum set and got lessons, and then I learned guitar and kind of just it was always around me, and I think music was always like surrounded and encouraged.
Yeah.
That's why when I moved to Chico, it was for music, and then Inspire has a lot of the arts classes, so then I was like, okay, cool, I can do recording arts and a band class and there's guitar class and vocal lessons and so I was able to do all that. That's where I met him. We were actually paired in the same class or in the same band in our band class, and I wanted to play guitar and he wanted to play drums, and we started and whatever, and then he was like, let's switch, and like he just starts ripping. I'm like, what where was this? Why do you want to play drums? I was like, are you joking?
I was playing bass the semester before. I was just like, all right.
I was laughing. I was like, are you joking me? And I'm like, I was okay at drums, so I was like, all right, let's do it. And so then we just started jamming all the time.
Me being a 14-year-old, I thought I'd mastered guitar already. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready for violin and trumpets and anything else you can throw at me.
All the things.
Yeah. No, honestly, I feel like music nowadays is like, it's just kind of like one of those things when you're a kid, like being a police officer, like a skateboarder or something.
Yeah.
But it's like so much easier to exercise. Like you can just buy a pair of bongos or something compared to like training to be a firefighter. Like you're going to go to the forest and chop down trees or something. So
right.
And then skateboarder, like once you get hurt like 10 times, you're just like, all right, I don't know if I'm going to make any money on this.
Yeah.
So kind of like,
it's more practical.
For me, it just kind of like, it was like the last of the activities I was included in a way. Like sports, like got super competitive. Skateboarding's like intense, and like anything else like a little dude's into just kind of like falls by the wayside when you get into high school.
The
like,
dream of the astronaut kind of goes by the wayside pretty quick.
That's how you're gonna like practice being an astronaut. You're gonna look like a loser.
No, for sure.
Dad, I'm holding my breath. Let's get out. So it's kind of like. I just got bored, started playing guitar, and it kind of just like stuck. And then once you start like finding other people that are bored like that, it's just like a way to kill time.
Well, the pandemic was a great.
Nothing but that.
There's nothing to do.
That was the peak of hobbies for humankind. I feel like people had to really just open their mind to everything.
Yeah, lots of time to yourselves to think.
No
and figure out what the heck you're going to do with yourself.
At least make it pay off, At least
totally.
Make it worth your time, so.
Yeah. I mean, you either sink into a pandemic-induced depression, or you make a band.
Yeah, sink or swim,
Exactly.
Or both.
Honestly.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
So, do you guys have a favorite song that you've each written, or that the band has come up with, or?
I would say just the new, like whatever the newest songs are, we enjoy the most. Like we don't practice any of our old songs whatsoever because it's just like boring to us. Like we'll play a lot
of shows,
But anything that's fresh is like super fun to practice. Honestly,
yeah.
I enjoy the one that he sings. Because I'm tired of singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only I was a bird right now. If only I was a bird. Travel to the top of the mountain, baby, just to stay unheard. Go to the top like I'm never gonna stop. Then I sing a song that remains unheard. If only I was a bird right now. If only I was a bird.
Yeah, no. I would say I like any of them that have like the challenging or like fun. We have this one song called 511, and I just started doing it as like a practice. It's in different time signatures, and then he like heard it and he's like, do that, and then he just wrote a song to it.
Cool.
And did his own thing, and it was such a cool. I just love doing that as like a practice. So now it's like when you play it, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Plus, it's like time signatures. I'm a drummer, so it's all
right.
It's like the nerdy counting and all that. But that's one of them. I mean, again, what he said, like when he brings a new song or anyone brings a new song to the table, it's really fun to just be like, all right, this is what we're doing now. Cool, let's do it. Let's learn. Let's I think something I love about the band is that we all want to grow. Like I think from the beginning of the band too. Like I don't think any of us, at least to the standard we are now as musicians, like we weren't, where we are now. So it's cool to see the growth because a lot of people, they don't like change, but I think change is what helps us, push to where we can go.
Yeah,
so, just getting better every day and, just putting your head down and working at your craft. And so, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the rare bands that actually like tries to change what we're doing. We try to like adapt because we're always just like, I feel like this could be better. And we see like a lot of the same bands are just playing the same covers and stuff.
Yeah,
we're like, oh my gosh, like buy a new cover book or something.
Yeah. Well, I think this is why you guys have seen the success that you have, is that you are pushing yourselves and you are bringing something unique to the table.
Definitely. Our number one like review would just be like, wow, they're so much better than they were like last time I saw them. Like every person says that. It's been like a year or two. And like I feel like we're like our biggest enemy in that sense. We'll like listen to ourselves and be like, we could be better than this, honestly.
Yeah.
It's funny, we just dropped a live album and like there's so many things that I hear personally that I, do wrong or, whatever that no one I'm sure will notice. And if you do, shout out y'all. But it's funny because it's like you are your worst critic.
Yes.
That's also like it's like yin and yang, because it's like that's what's going to make you grind as hard as you can.
Right.
Like, I'm never going to, I still remember times I've messed up on shows where it's like, the record scratch and I'm just like, all right, well that's never going to happen again. Cause you know what I mean? Like, it's like those little things and that's what keeps you, working at your craft. Like even if I feel like we've played our best show, I'm still like at myself personally. I'm like, okay, like I could have done that. I could have done that.
Right. Yeah.
But
So how do you guys think you came to what Blü Egyptian is known for now, as far as like, Prog-Jam and kind of all the various genres that you've blended together?
Yeah.
How did that come about?
I think it's just an accumulation of just so many different just covers, really, and shows. Like, we've done a lot of tributes. Like, every Halloween, we do a tribute to one or two artists, and sometimes on New Year's. So, like, for Halloween this year, we did Beck and Cake mashed up. So we went like straight 90s.
Yeah.
And last year we did 90s too. We did Ween and Primus. So we kind of get like we're going for like an alternative crowd with that sense too.
Yeah.
And since like I would say 30 to 40-year-olds is kind of our main demographic that go to live music, like that's kind of what you're placating to with that.
Yeah.
But we've just like done so many random tributes that it's kind of drawn in people, and then they can get a little tester of what our stuff's like.
Yeah.
Some come back. Some people have just like came out for tributes and just been like, dang, like just a one-off. Like it's kind of weird. Like we did a Jamiroquai tribute before and a Flight of the Conchords.
Nice.
Just like, you know that show?
Yeah, love that
LA
show.
Extinct HBO show.
Yes.
Yeah, that one
We
wasn't
got it
as
on
popular
DVD.
as I was hoping, but yeah.
Classic.
There was
It
like
is.
15 people there like, no way you learned all these songs.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
None of the band had like seen it either when I brought it. I was like, we're doing Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah.
We learned to love it, but we were definitely like, oh, all right.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Either
vision.
that or Grease.
I'm glad you chose Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're saving
Same.
Grease.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're saving it for something big when
Nice.
it's relevant and it's most prime.
We're gonna get a whole symphony. It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, we like to stay relevant with our gags and whatnot. Like for April Fools this year, we posted like a fake teaser of us with a bunch of zombies from The Last of Us. We're doing the entire soundtrack for The Last of Us season 2, and it's like still blowing up our phones. People are like, "Dude, no way! I'm so excited for on Sunday to like hear you guys music and that and stuff."
My grandma called me and she just goes, "I hate you," and I was like, "What did I do?" And she's like, "I called every single person in our family, being like, oh my gosh, have you seen Zach's Last of Us thing?" And I was just like, you do realize what today was? And she's like, yeah, I know. I knew it too, and I still bought it. And I was like,
You got it well regardless.
Yeah.
People have definitely been asking us. It's been funny.
Luckily, my grandmas aren't technologically available to Instagram, so they didn't see that.
Yeah.
They're still not proud.
Sorry, Mima.
It's better to not like have fake proud and just work my way up to a little bit of proudness.
The year before we for April Fools, we did Red Rocks. We said we were playing with Red Rocks with Billy Strings and Goose. And
It's your biggest artist.
yeah,
Our
they're
scene.
in our scene, yeah, and people, I don't know why they fell for it, but they did. And
Well, it's probably because they use their actual logos. So
yeah, no, I mean, it looked legit enough, but I was just surprised. I was like,
we're lucky
really?
that we're like small enough that no real people look at our stuff.
Right.
It was a good gag though. And then when I met one of the dudes from Goose, I was like, "Yeah, I'm in Blü Egyptian." He's just like, "That sounds familiar." Like I feel like it's on the tip of his tongue.
Yeah. That's
Hoping they
exciting.
heard that gag. Like,
Yeah.
who the heck are these kids?
Yeah, these guys are getting real mad at us. It's a prank.
For Billy.
It's a prank.
Pay attention to what day it is.
Yeah, exactly.
21. It's a prank.
Yeah. Just stay off the internet on the first.
Yeah, people always forget. Yeah.
I saw people posting that the day before. It's like, don't take anything seriously. I'm like, dude, you're ruining all the gags.
I know.
Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. No, seriously.
That's why the internet was made to lie.
Seriously.
Why laugh and
Humans
love?
are have always been good at that.
I can't wait till the day that like the boy that cried wolf applies though. Like one of our April Fool's pranks happens, and then nobody believes it whatsoever.
Right.
We actually are playing Red Rocks, and no tickets are sold whatsoever. It's
Like, yeah, we got
what
them
is
last
this fake?
time.
I'm not gonna give you this scam.
Yeah. You just gotta book
That's
it for-
hindsight.
Yeah.
You can't
FOMO.
say, "Oh, when I played Red Rocks that one day."
Yeah.
So,
So do you guys have any creative rituals or routines when it comes to your music?
I would say yes. Each show, we don't write set lists at all. We maybe
Okay.
practice some random songs that we haven't played in a long time, or we don't practice them and just play them live. But yeah, we just wing it. And we have some like hand signals that I'll
Mhm.
flash at the bass player,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just do key changes, or we do a lot of hearing.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it's like improv jamming. I say a good
Okay.
half the show, honestly.
Yeah.
And it was just fun because then we'll like do an original song and do a cover, bring it back into the original, and it just kind of keeps it like fresh for everybody listening, including
Yeah,
us.
including you guys. Yeah.
And I would say like it leads to these moments where everything clicks and it's just like the groove just settles in, and it's like
Mhm.
something that we've never been before. Like we're all playing something new, and like
Mhm.
that's the key moments we're searching for every show. It
Yeah.
feels like.
Yeah.
And each show feels like we're getting closer to that, like just those moments between us. And then the
Mhm.
crowd, like, you know, it's not necessarily the danciest stuff, but people have been like digging it for sure.
Yeah.
We're trying to be able to jam while keep a crowd instead of just like,
Right.
we used to be playing a party and just be like, cover, like
Right.
every song you've ever heard in a movie ever. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying to stay like party band, but also be like interesting musicianship at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I feel like that's the shift in our creative direction, honestly. We used to all be about getting people out of the chair.
Yeah.
Now we're like trying to really like expand their minds, kind of like, you've never heard music like this, but you're going to like it because we're not going to give you an option.
Yeah, what's the Back to the Future quote? You don't know much about this, but your kids are going to love it.
Yes, that's right.
It's the opposite for us.
Yeah.
We're at a college party.
Your
we're like,
grandpa
tell
will
your
like
parents.
it.
Yeah. Here, give this card to your mom.
Yeah.
She'll dig this album. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We got to start rapping.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Zach's saying they not like us though at the Commons, so we're getting there.
Yeah, it was an attempt.
Yeah, we attempted it.
I was
Nice.
laughing too hard.
Yeah. And so, you're all working normal jobs too while you're hustling at this.
Yeah.
What does your musical practice look like on a daily basis? Are you guys able to each practice individually, or do you just practice together when you can, or what does that look like?
It's a lot of individual practice, honestly. Because, like, I don't know, it definitely depends on the week, because, like, working, like, there's other, adulting is hard.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of, like, individual practice, I'd say. Like, he's always got a guitar in his hand.
Uh-huh.
Like, he'll just be watching TV, just like...
It's my gear from my phone, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I just have, like, constantly have to be doing something, so I always have my phone. So I'm just like, I just need to, like, be on guitar, honestly.
Totally.
Yeah.
And, like, when I'm at work, I'm still, like, practicing my rudiments.
Yeah.
Like, tapping all the
Drumming
time.
on stuff, yeah.
Honestly, I do
Practice
drumming,
that.
like, all the time in the air, too. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like, my favorite thing to do. I'll be, like, on my bike doing drums.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny. People always tell me, like, dude, I saw you landing, like, a drum solo going by the mall yesterday. I'm like, some Vampire Weekend or something.
Uh-huh.
But it's a lot of like individual practicing. Like everybody takes their instruments home,
Mm-hmm.
just does whatever they want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times we just bring something new to the table, and we all just kind of look at that person like, "Dang, that's what you're bringing. All right, we'll go with that."
Yeah.
And, like Neo brought in this accordion sound, like some like polka stuff. And
Uh-huh.
then we turned like our slowest song into like our fastest song, and it's like a polka, like Irish ditty now, and I'm all singing it like I'm in Flogging Molly and stuff. So it's just like stuff like that just keeps us on our toes.
Yeah.
Honestly, we're just like playing for each other a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like trying to
We try to, like,
outplay each other.
Mm-hmm.
impress each other too. Like if we're, I get like maybe not intentionally, but it's definitely like one of those things where I think when you're with a lot of like people or with like-minded
Yeah.
and are also not experts, but like proficient in the craft, it's like, oh, now I can do this, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
They understand what I'm doing, I can do that, they can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And it just like, I think that's what the whole improv really allows us to expand on that.
Yeah.
Where we can just totally be one like cell almost, like one unit. But like I don't know, it's a crazy thing. Like the whole improv has opened my eyes into more like just life things too. I feel like it's a very like just that flow state,
Exactly.
like allowing things to be and also adapting and like being able. It's like a river, so it's like just like flowing through.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, no, I think that's really cool that you guys are trying to achieve that more frequently in a live performance setting.
Mhm.
I think that's really cool because, like, that's what I love about live music is feeling like this kind of transcendent thing,
Exactly.
And you guys have been playing together long enough that you're more able to slip into that, easily. That's pretty cool.
And honestly, like it just keeps it like more artistic and less like of a capitalistic mindset too. Because like before, or not like necessarily, but for some people, it feels like you go to the venue and if it's empty, you failed. But like, I feel like if we could still have some like super sick, unique moments that are captured for the few, then we still achieved something that night and learned a lesson or two.
Yeah.
Rather than just played our songs like no energy, like we'd rather work a normal job.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the vibe we want to get.
Yeah.
We, like, just got to keep a smile on and just like be unique.
You got to play your best show every time. Like it's for you.
Yeah.
It's not like I feel like that. What I've noticed. We went on like what was it? 17 days.
It's like 19,
19. Yeah. We went on a big tour throughout like Arizona, Colorado, all the things.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, but there was a lot of moments where we were like we had car troubles and we had like a lot of things where it just wasn't going our way necessarily.
Yeah.
But like the thing I appreciate about all of us is that through all that, we were like, we're here to play music, man. We're here to enjoy this. So it's like, this is like vacation for us in a way. It's like a lot, but like it was just so fun to know like what we're doing is for the music and not, we want to make something out of it, but the love for it is there. And I think that again goes through like the jams and that improv, making those moments for that one person that's there in Colorado or, wherever, what I mean? Like, because you don't know, that guy could be the CEO of whatever.
Totally.
So
you never know.
That's at least the mindset you need to have, I feel like, in order to, because it's a hard industry to be in.
Yeah.
Touring is not easy, so it's
yeah, you've got to have a reason other than money to be doing
Definitely, No, it's humbling for sure, too.
Yes, yeah.
So you play like a fat show in your hometown for all your friends.
Yep.
You go to the middle of nowhere and it's like, no one's waiting for you.
Yep.
That's the humble.
You gotta make new friends, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
The new kid in school.
Yeah, totally.
And it kind of feels like that too. You really have to like work a scene, like get to know the bands. Like, you can't just like pull up to a scene and expect anyone to like you at all. Like, to play with the locals, you have to be nice to them, like because it's their hometown, really.
Yeah.
And that's how people like. That's kind of where we got a lot of our steps lately too. A lot of bigger bands have been coming to Chico.
Yeah.
And we're the local like accomplice to that.
Yeah.
To help it make it successful.
Right.
That's fun. Like 2 weeks, we're actually playing Lost on Mid with one of our favorite Portland bands called Yak Attack.
Awesome.
And we're going to play, it's Saturday, April 26th. And Floater's playing the same night. Another huge Portland band at the center. And we were like, oh, well, we should probably cancel. And then we're like, wait, let's just do an after party.
Yeah.
So now like being sandwiched between Portland bands, which is like sick. Because I feel like it's going to be like a lot of new energy in Chico. Yeah. And that's like the vibe we want to give. Like bring new life into the Chico scene. Not like play for the same like people that like, I own this. Like Mother Hips and ALO are the only bands I see. Like, no, we're trying to like broaden the horizons. And like another sick band that we're bringing to town, June. We're not bringing them to town, we're opening. But Disco is going to be sweet. We're doing a run with them to Santa Cruz and stuff, too.
Oh, cool, yeah.
So, we're super, like, we're at the stage now we get to, like, play with bands we look up to rather than, like, dream of it. Yeah. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's happening.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
And the Chico scene's, like, it's building now. Like, some of our, like, favorite bands that we'd always drive to SF, like, came this year. So that was really exciting.
Yeah, when Disco Biscuits came. That was
Disco Biscuits and Pigeons Playing Ping Pong. A bunch of other funny named bands.
Yes, love it.
That's our scene.
Dogs in a pile.
Bunch of goofballs,
It's the quirkiest name. All right, that's going to stick.
So what's the best part about being musicians based in Chico?
I would say that there's like concerts. Like,
there is a scene.
A decent amount of concerts. But honestly, it's good that there's not too many concerts because you don't want to be spending a lot of money. Like if we lived in San Francisco, we'd be so broke seeing every band that comes to town. Like, oh, we can't miss like that band. Yeah. It's kind of nice. Like you get the few shows. You really want to see them, you go to SAC or SF.
Yeah.
That's a plus. There's a couple of music stores. And honestly, there's a good musician networking scene in Chico, and we don't like really take advantage of that. Like we don't go to open mic nights necessarily at all and stuff like that. We're kind of on our own little island, but like for starting, like the scene in Chico is actually astounding.
Yeah,
and
I was going to say the same thing because at least I grew up in the Bay, but I grew up in like a suburbia area, and there's no shows there. Like there's no music. Like if you want to, you go to Guitar Center or whatever. And, like there's like some people, but you still have to drive 40 minutes to SF or wherever you want to go. It's not that bad, but I think here it was when I first moved here, I was like, whoa, this is insane. Yeah. The amount of musicianship in Chico is not only like, there's a lot, it's like people are very impressive musicians that come out of here. And it's pretty crazy to see that, I think, just coming from a outside perspective, being put into it. Just like, whoa, like some of the best like musicians I've gotten to play with and see have been, from here. So
yeah. Well, and Chico's like, as far as where it's located on a map, is really unique in that it's a great in-between spot to a lot of bigger cities. So you do get a bunch of random, like we saw Modest Mouse at the Senator like 10 years ago.
That was crazy. They came back last year too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Like, and I've heard that Nirvana came through and played at what is now the Goose.
Yeah,
like way back when.
That's
know,
crazy.
so
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's a really unique spot.
Yeah,
for a lot of reasons.
Especially, I feel like it's when the bands are on their come up playing all the college towns. That's when they come. They come here like once or twice, and then you have to go see them in SF. So like, you kind of got to see them in Chico. That when they come, they're not coming back usually. Like Slightly Stupid used to come through, like Sublime and stuff like that. Like every band before they get huge would pull up. Which is trippy. Glad Chico could at least be a part of the history of them.
Yeah.
Another thing I would add to your point, it's being, Chico being like central to, we're 9 hours away from Seattle. We're 9 hours away from LA. It's cool for us being on the road because it's not, we're able to go anywhere really. It's not like if we were in Oregon, it'd be like 13 hours to get to, LA. That would be way, that'd be harder.
Like the bands that are like Santa Cruz, they have to go through the mountain range every time. Or if you live in Arcata, you have to go through that.
Yeah.
I would
just a couple hours.
All right, we'll go on one tour a year.
That's what it's really. I think we're blessed in that aspect that it makes it easier to go anywhere we want, really, and there's not as much constraint towards being on the road.
We're a hop, skip, and a jump from the 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when we in 2022, 2023, we like hit Tahoe pretty hard. So that's 3 hours away. It's never been like too hard to go on the road because everything's localized.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's cool.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. Yeah. So what's next for you guys? What's coming up that you're excited about?
Well, our big tour is in May.
Okay.
Which we're going straight out to Colorado.
Awesome.
From here. So that'll be our first time doing that drive. Because last time we went, we ended in Colorado.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna be cool. 14 shows in a row.
Oh wow!
Every single day.
Yeah, nice.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to keep mix it up every night too, just for our own sanity.
Yes.
Keep it fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And in a lot of new markets. So we're excited about that. And we were worried the first part of this year, oh no, we're not getting the festivals like we usually do and the events, but it's starting to come to fruition and stuff's just a lot more last minute for where we're at.
Yeah, interesting.
Bands that are above us have their entire year planned.
Yeah.
And even I feel like bands that maybe are more localized than us even have their stuff planned out farther.
Right.
Where we're in a point where so many we're kind of we're a perfect last minute add to stuff too.
Right.
We're really easy. We'll probably do it for cheap if it's if the crowd's there.
What are you selling here?
Oh shit! But we're down for sure. We're there to play music and make connections rather than make money because that's why we have our lame jobs.
Yeah.
Shout out our jobs.
Yay.
Our house above our head.
Keeping our summer open, kind of, and stuff's been coming.
Good.
2 weeks ago, we had nothing in June. Now we have a run with Disco. We're touring up to Oregon, and we're doing an LA tour. So
awesome.
Stuff just kind of happens like that.
Yeah. You guys are right in the middle. Growing pains are there.
I would say the next spot is getting a booking agent, though, for sure. Becoming not DIY, bringing in another person to the operation. Just so we could get into more festivals and legitimate events like that.
Yeah, every aspect is a full-time job. So
exactly,
it's hard to do.
Yeah, and the problem is we already are doing fairly well on getting gigs. We've over 100 a year. So we're waiting to get a solid booking agent that can really take us to the next level.
Yeah.
I would say until then we're kind of just waiting, trying to get more. Not waiting. We're trying to get more draw in all these markets, kind of, and just build our own craft. Honestly, be good enough to blow up, not just be the band bro. Dude, this suck.
Yeah.
So, not that I ever thought we were, but trying to actually blow minds because I feel at the bottom line with all the agents and all the Hollywood, whatever you have behind you, all the money in the world, it's gonna come down to talent at some point.
At some point, yes.
And the everlasting listening or whatever it is, ticket sales.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So just play as many shows as you can.
And that's super important, to hone the craft. That's,
create our sound,
We're doing a more grassroots approach, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, where can people find you guys online?
Everywhere.
Keep track of where you guys will be next.
TikTok. We're killing it on TikTok now.
Shout out TikTok.
Just had our first successful post on Twitter. That was pretty exciting.
Nice.
On the come up,
Instagram,
guys.
Facebook.
Let's go.
We're not killing it on Blue Skies. even though we're Blü Egyptian,
yeah.
there'd be some strong correlation there.
Yeah.
But 13 followers.
Blowing up, guys.
Good on YouTube, though. Check us out. Yeah,
Nice.
Spotify. New live album that came out, mixed by Neo completely.
Awesome.
So that was pretty sweet. Mixed and mastered. 23 songs, 3.5 hours long.
Wow.
So that's
Nice.
it's like as much music as we've released prior. We just doubled that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Awesome.
like a world of immersion in music now
Very
on Spotify.
cool.
And
Fun
beyond.
jams. Check it out.
We always just say Spotify because we can actually look at it, but like
Yeah.
I don't know if people even listen on other things anymore. Like
Yeah.
who knows?
I mean, are you on Bandcamp?
Yeah.
Okay,
But I don't
That's
like
where
posting
I'm
it.
All
listening.
streaming
No, that's fine. If your music's on Bandcamp, that's where I'll find it.
Kinda like some music.
Okay. YouTube then.
We're lazy
Yeah.
because
No.
DistroKid doesn't post a Bandcamp. That's like the
Y'all are not lazy. Y'all are hustling.
True.
Hustle.
Again, the web presence social media thing is its own job. Like its
Yeah.
own full-time job. So yeah, you guys are doing great.
No doubt.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Yeah. And this has been a great conversation. Thank you guys so much for
Oh, yeah.
making the time. I'm glad I caught y'all on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
No doubt. Yeah, worked out actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we got that day available.
Yeah, sweet.
So that was cool. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Got
Yeah.
to bike over, enjoy the sun.
I know some rare nice weather in Chico.
Yeah.
Before
Until it
too
gets
blisteringly
too hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh boy. Yep. Well, on that note, thanks again so much for coming, and we'll see you around town.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Party on, Win.
Party on, Garth.
Awesome.
Wayne's World!
Party time.
Party time! Excellent! Woo! Ew! Ew!
Woo! Woo!
All right, bye.
The Chico Creates podcast is presented by and recorded at Maker Radio in Chico, California. Hosted and produced by Kira Barsodi. Production engineering and editing by Solomon Perillo. Theme song is Take Your Time by Lorna Such. We now have official merchandise: hats, totes, mugs, shirts for the whole family, and more at ChicoCreates.com. Sport your support of the show with official Chico Creates podcast merch. This show is made possible by community members like you. I would personally like to thank Melissa Thede, David LaShawn Montoya, Jonathan Greenfield, Heather Leveroni, Kaylee Huber, Troy German, Kate Thurkill, Bonnie Pipkin, Lindsay Hook, Bree Epley, Scott Grisette, and Johan Caro for their continued financial support of this project. If you'd like to join them, head over to ChicoCreates.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to become a show supporter. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you around town.